guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Today I have a 30 and 30. This is all lipsticks. I have kind of a massive lipstick collection, more than I will ever be able to use. But I wanted to talk about them, kind of show what I have and what my thoughts are on them. This first one is from Pat McGrath. This is Pink Alterness. I thought this was a beautiful deep color and it lasted really well. It's not a matte formula. It's not part of her matte trance. It's her Luxe Trance. And that's what it looks like. I did get this one on her Cyber Monday special, so it was $10 instead of $40. Probably wouldn't pay $40 for it, but I do like it as a $10 lipstick. Like, definitely a good deal for that. Next up is from Tarte. I got these as a set last year or the year before. I don't even remember anymore. From Tarte, it was a holiday set. This is the shade Enchanting. This is their lippy lingerie. I love the scent of these. They have a very light minty scent. It doesn't seem to affect me though, because I do have an allergy to peppermint. It does make my lips kind of crack and bleed and stuff, but I don't have a problem with it. I don't wear them every day though, so maybe if I wore them more continuously, I would. I think it lasts well, it reapplies well, and I do like the color. Like, it's a really nice color for everyday use. All right, next up is a Katy Kat matte from CoverGirl. This is the collection with Katy Perry. This is the shade Persian Pink, and that's what it looks like. I think this is an okay color and formula. It's not something that I really love though. So I'm going to actually declutter this one. This is the first one that's being decluttered just because it's not really my favorite. I don't think it's a terrible formula. When I wear it, I'm like, So if I feel like that, I'm just going to let them go and give them to somebody who will probably enjoy them more. All right, next up is a Kat Von D. This is the shade Double Dare. This color is really nice. That's a great everyday shade. It's also a more matte formula, which is what I tend to like. That was one of the reasons why the Katy Kat matte is just not really matte. It's more satiny, I would say. Anyway, this is a drier formula, which I do like, and it does last really well throughout the day, so I did like that one. And then I have one of these minis. This is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang by Marc Jacobs. I do have more than one of these. I can't remember if I was trying to declutter, but I think if it is in my declutter, it's going to be coming out of the declutter because the two minis I probably will use up. That's the shade. It is, once again, like, can you sense a pattern in the shades that I am drawn to? I do like it. The formula is really nice. It's very malleable though, so it can transfer and move around, which is not always the best thing. But yeah, that's what I said about it. I had to double check my notes really fast. All right, first liquid lipstick of this group is a Melted Matte from Too Faced. This was a holiday one. This is the shade Candy Cane. This is the only melted matte that I have from Too Faced that I haven't decluttered because it's gone, well, I guess I have another one. This is the oldest one I have though, and it hasn't gone bad. Some of the other ones that I had that were the regular line, not so good. So the other melted mattes that I've had have gone rancid. They smell really awful and terrible. So I have thrown out 2 or 3 of them already just because of that. But this formula has not done that. I think it must be a different formula. It is a scented formula. It does have a light taste to it too. Like when you lick your lips like that, you do get a slightly sweet taste to it too. So I think that must have something to do with that. All right, next up is a Charlotte Tilbury. This is one of the Hot Lips formula. This is the shade Viva la Bulgaria, named after the actress. And it's a little browner than some of my other ones. It's kind of similar to the Lippy Lingerie. I do really like this formula. It lasts really well. That's one of the keystones for a lipstick that I like. I like the color. It's a really universal shade. Is it my favorite shade? No, I like some of the other ones that I've gotten from that collection a little bit better, but I do think it's good. All right, next up is from Too Faced. This is part of their Peachy Mattes collection. This is a newer one to my collection. This is the shade Bridezilla. Will have just seen this in my March haul because I did get it in March. That color is gorgeous. I really love it. I love the scent of these because they do smell like peaches, and the formula lasts really well as well, which is, like I said, something that I really go for. I think it's a really great line, and I have several of them, and I was really excited to be able to pick up a couple more from that line for free. All right, another lippy lingerie. This is the shade Pure. This, same thing, really like the formula. This color is not quite my favorite. It's just a little bit browner than the other ones that I have. You can tell it's just a little darker, a little deeper, but it looks good on, so I will be keeping that one as well. All right, we're gonna do one more before I wipe off the swatches. This is a MAC lipstick in the shade Twig. This is their satin formula. Their satin formula is probably my second favorite formula. The matte formula is my all-time favorite from MAC. That's what it looks like. It's very similar to all of the other shades that I have just swatched for you. It's a little shiny. The color is okay, not my favorite color, but it does last fairly well. I do think the mattes last just a little bit longer though. All right, next up we have another MAC. This is from their Nutcracker collection from a couple holidays ago. This is the shade Nouvelle Vogue. I love the formula of this. This is matte. It is a little pinky. It's not a color that I would wear every day, but I do really like it, and I'm really glad that I picked up part of that collection. Then we have a Buxom, and this is the shade Centerfold. It does look kind of funky because these are so soft that they move around in the tube so much when you apply them, which I don't like. I wish they were a little bit more sturdy in that regard. This color is really nice. I like it. The formula doesn't last. It's a very, like I said, it moves around in the tube when you're trying to apply it. Same kind of thing. It doesn't really have a lot of lasting power. It's more sheer and a shiny formula than I normally do use, but I do want to finish that one up because I do feel like it's something that works for work really well, and that's something that's really important to me. Then we have from Juicy Couture. This is the shade Yes, Your Majesty. This was a free gift with a purchase of a perfume at Macy's, and I did get like other free gifts too. I was going to wear the shirt that I got with this actually, but the shirt sleeves were not sewn the same. One shirt sleeve is much smaller than the other one. I like it good this much when you hold them up together. So yeah, it's not a wearable shirt unfortunately, but that's what it looks like. It is a metallic, matte metallic formula, kind of like the Smashbox formula, but it is not nearly as good. It's weird, it's kind of messy to apply. It goes on really patchy, wears off fast, and it was super drying on the lips too. So would not recommend any of the Juicy Couture liquid lipsticks, unfortunately. I am going to keep this because it is a gorgeous packaging. Like the tube is really pretty, and I do like that it matches the Wii tops as well. So I will keep it, but it's going into my collection like for display and not for actual wearing. So that's the first of its kind in these so far. All right, next up is ColourPop. This is the shade Wonder Boy, which is one of their luxe liquid formulas. I love this formula. It is so good. It doesn't dry down and have a super stay, but it is really comfortable to wear. It looks nice on, it's easy to reapply. Those type of things that are really important to me, it delivers on. Wonder Boy is based on Hercules, if I remember right, and that's the shade. It's a pretty color. It's not my favorite of like the 8 that they did. It's not my least favorite either, but it's one that I will wear on occasion. All right, moving on, last one of this 5 is from Urban Decay. This is the shade 66 from their Born to Run collection. It's named after Route 66. This is their Comfort Matte formula. So they have like their Super Matte and their Comfort Matte, and they have several of them. That's what it looks like. It's an interesting color. I don't know if it's my favorite color. It's kind of like the Texas Toast that they did with Tarte. I'm not sure how much I really enjoy it. Like, it's gonna stay for now, but it might be one that gets decluttered later on down the road. Next, we have from Lorac. This is a Lorac Pro. This is in the shade Autumn, and these are kind of, they're like a crayon tube hybrid kind of thing. This is an interesting color. I'm not really sure what I feel about this one. It's an okay formula. The color is kind of different, so it's staying for now, but it's another one that's kind of like on the fence that I don't really know yet. I need to do, once I finish my 30 and 30s, do like a massive like compare and contrast kind of thing. All right, next is Bite Glacé. This is a bit dark for me, was my initial reaction, which is funny because it doesn't seem that different than other shades. Goes on well and nice formula. I didn't love it. It's a little more shiny and moves a little bit more than their Amuse Bouche formula. This is their, oh my gosh, what is this? Matte Cream Lip Crayon. I wasn't excited about it, so that one is going to be passed along as well. Then we have from YSL, this is shade 70. They're very creative in their names. This is a really nice sheer formula, good for work. So this is like a super good work formula, or if you're doing something really bold with your eyes, this is a good lip color for that. It is pretty shiny, and it does have to be reapplied quite a bit. It is, you know, since it's a sheer formula, it has to be built up. I said that it's perfumed. It is kind of perfumed. I don't really like that aspect of it, but do love the packaging. I think it's a good wearable color, so it will be staying because of those reasons. Then we have from Marc Jacobs, and Marc Jacobs seems to be clearancing out like all of their makeup right now, which is a little weird. I wonder what's going on with that. Anyway, this is one of their, what are these called? This is the shade Night Mauves, but this is a Le Marc Liquid Lip Crayon, which is kind of a weird name, weird formula. They are super fragile. The first one I got of these fell out of the tube immediately, so I'm always very hesitant and careful when I'm using these. I don't like to carry them in my purse. The color is really beautiful. I really like the color. It lasts pretty well. It does need to be reapplied, you know, after you eat, but it will last throughout the day otherwise, which is something that I do look for when I am looking for a lipstick. I did like that one. I also really liked this one. This is NARS Rikugien. I don't even know if I'm saying it. It's spelled R-I-K-U-G-I-E-N. I don't know. Not a word that I'm normally like familiar with. That is what it looks like. It's a really pretty color. It's really sheer. It has no lasting power though. So this is something that you have to carry with you and reapply, and it does need to be sharpened. I need to get out a sharpener and do that. But I do quite enjoy it, and I like the NARS formula. I felt like it was a fairly nice formula on the lips. One other thing I should say about that Juicy Couture, it does stain quite a bit. So yeah, it didn't want to come off of my hand very much. Moving on to our final 10. This first one is another ColourPop Luxe Liquid Lip. This is in the shade Prince Naveen, which is from The Princess and the Frog. I love this color. It's like this bricky red. And like I said, I really like this formula. So this is a great one for me. Not an everyday shade, but it's a really fun shade, and I did really enjoy using it. Then we have one of these from Fenty Beauty. This is the Mademoiselle formula. This is the shade Candy Venom, which is super hot pink. I really like this one. I know this was one of the ones that they were doing in the Boxy Premium, and this is the type of shade that I would have liked better than that really brownie brown that I got. What did I say about it? Lasts well, it stains, and it's a bit messy to apply, but once you get it on, it does stay really well. But it does take, like, it wants to bleed quite a bit, which is something to, like, you have to plan for. Next up, I have this one from Bare Minerals. I have no idea what the name of it is. It has no sticker on the bottom, and it doesn't have anything on the side like a lot of other lipsticks do, which is too bad because I really like this shade. I really like this formula. I said it's a great color, wears well. Doesn't last through food, but does reapply nicely. But I have no idea what shade I got, so it's really hard to be able to buy a full size of this. And I can't recommend it, what shade to go for, because I don't know what it is, but it's a Bare Pro by Bare Minerals. It was really nice. All right, we have another lippy lingerie. This is another one from that holiday set. This is the shade Desire. This one is not quite as, I don't know, it seems more intimidating in the tube than it is on the skin. I love the color and the formula. It does stain slightly, so that was something that once like you've eaten it off and you have to reapply, there is like a little bit of a stain which you could put a gloss over and it would last pretty well. All right, next up is from Laura Mercier. This is the shade Sensual. This is one I'm decluttering because it's not a good color on me. It's a little bit like concealer lips. Very pale, sheer, wears off quickly. That is several layers to get some color payoff there. So this is just not one for me. Maybe if I had a deeper shade, it would be a little easier to like judge, but based on that one, I was not impressed with the formula. Next up is from the Balm. This is the Balm Jour Creamy Lip Stain. I got one of these in an Ipsy. I got Konnichiwa, and I really liked it. So when I saw these at Gordman's when they were going out, at least around here, I picked up the 3-pack. So this is the shade Namaste. It also came with Ciao and Aloha. And Namaste is a nice color. You do have to build these up because they are pretty sheer, but that's nice in that you can, you know, judge what color payoff you want. Anyway, pretty color. It's better as it wears in, and it's a little glossy, but that does kind of wear away. I do like these. I would probably purchase some more of them if I found them on sale and I didn't have to order online because I just don't like ordering online that much. All right, this one is Too Faced Cinnamon Bear. This I won in a giveaway from my friend Lisa. She did like an end of the year giveaway, and I was super excited to get this because I do like this formula. It doesn't have a scent. It's not scented like the candy cane one was. It is a really deep kind of blood red. It's nice. It does transfer a little bit, but it lasts really well. The color, it's an unusual color. That's what I put down. I was like, what did I write? I do write down notes for all of the shades that I do, and kind of so that I can remember all of them when I come back on here, because it's been a while since I've worn a lot of these. All right, next we have a gloss, the only gloss that you're gonna see. This is the shade Darling by Bare Minerals. This is their Gen Nude formula. I don't like this formula. It's really sticky and kind of, I don't like that type of a formula in a gloss. And it's very opaque, which is nice if you like glosses and you want to have a wash of color with that instead of like the sheer kind of shiny thing, which is the glosses that I gravitate towards when I wear them. So this just didn't work out for me. I said it felt heavy. It's sunk into the lines of my lips, and doesn't last because, well, it's a lip gloss. So those were all reasons why it went away. Next up is a mini Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the shade Lolita. Yeah, this one is another one. I kind of ran out of space because I skipped a spot for where that stain was. That's what it looks like. I do enjoy her formula. I think it lasts really well. People find them drying. I don't really have a problem with that. But I didn't find that this dried evenly. Like, it looked different colors on different places on my lips, which was kind of weird. I don't like the color. This is not a color for me. So this one is going to be passed along. Hopefully somebody else in my life will like it, because it wasn't for me. Last one is from Ciate London. This is the Glitter Flip in the shade Candy. I do have a few of these, and this one, I had one that I had worn and I realized I had already put in one of these. So grabbed another one and did an extra day on this one. This, I feel like it's kind of gimmicky. I don't really feel like you get a lot of glitter from the Glitter Flip once you press your lips together on it. The color is pretty. It's a little paley purple for me. And the formula is okay. Like, I felt like it lasted all right. So I didn't declutter quite as many as I was hoping to. I'm working on another 30 and 30, and I have decluttered more, but I feel like I have some good ones in here as well. So I'm gonna count up numbers really fast. So of the 30, I have 6 that are moving out of my active collection. 5 of them are being passed on. One of them is going to be a display only. And then I have 2 that are on like my maybes that I need to try out some more and decide, like, based on like what else I have in my collection, if I want to keep them or not. So, you know, I decluttered a 6th of them, a 5th of them. So not too terrible. I wasn't really like that. That's not the point of this, but it is trying to see, like, making sure that they're still good. Making sure that there's ones that I will wear that I like, just kind of seeing what I have. So let me know your thoughts and opinions. Do you have any of these? Have you tried any of these formulas? Which are your favorite? I know I have some MAC lovers out there, and those kind of tend to be my favorites, but I also really love those Too Faced ones too. I hope you are all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for taking some time to watch this video, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.